Have you ever caught yourself wondering why it seems so much easier for some people to stay active and steady on their feet well into their golden years, while others find themselves struggling to climb a few steps without feeling exhausted? It's tempting to think that creeping weakness in the legs is just a part of getting older. But what if there's a way to maintain leg strength and stability for far longer than you ever imagined? Many people assume it's all about exercise, but there's a hidden layer often overlooked: the vitamins and minerals that quietly power every movement we make. We rely on our legs for more than just walking or standing. They're the foundation of independence, allowing us to keep up with friends, enjoy a stroll outside, or even tackle daily chores without constantly needing a helping hand. Unfortunately, as the body ages, certain nutrients become harder to absorb. That's why minor deficiencies, which might not cause big problems when you're young, can suddenly lead to fatigue, muscle cramps, or wobbly steps later on. There's good news, though. With the right knowledge, you can give your legs a fighting chance to stay strong, flexible, and ready to move. Today, we're going to explore 6 specific vitamins and minerals that play a massive role in keeping your legs robust and dependable. Each one tackles a different angle of leg health, from supporting bone density to enhancing muscle function and nerve signaling. By the time we're finished, you'll have a clear plan for which nutrients to focus on and how to sneak them into your routine. Even better, you'll discover a simple daily tablespoon habit that might save you a world of trouble down the line. Whether you're anxious about losing your vitality, looking to help a loved one stay active, or just curious about what your body really needs, you're in the right place. So let's dive right in and talk about the first vitamin on our list. It's the one that many older adults often hear about, but don't fully appreciate. Skip out on this one, and you could notice your legs giving up on you earlier than they should. Get enough of it, and you might feel a new sense of energy and balance you haven't experienced in years. Ready to find out what it is? Leg strength doesn't hinge only on how many squats you can do. The nutrients flowing through your bloodstream play just as vital a role. Vitamin D stands out among them as a true powerhouse. It has a hand in how your body absorbs calcium, which in turn is essential for strong bones. It also directly impacts your muscle fibers, helping them stay firm and resilient as time goes on. Without adequate vitamin D, you might feel your legs tiring more quickly, or you could notice a decline in your balance and coordination. One of the reasons vitamin D is so crucial is its connection to bone density. When you don't get enough, your bones can weaken, making you more prone to injuries from minor slips or falls. This isn't just a problem for professional athletes or people who run marathons. It's a daily life issue. Walking to the mailbox, climbing the porch steps, or bending down to pick up the newspaper becomes more hazardous if your bones are fragile. And it doesn't take a dramatic deficiency to see the effects. Even slightly low levels of vitamin D can reveal themselves in subtle ways, like more frequent leg cramps or a nagging feeling of instability when you stand. If you're among those who rarely go outside, you could be at higher risk of missing out on this vital nutrient. Sunlight triggers vitamin D production in the skin, but as we age, our bodies become less efficient at generating it. Combine that with indoor lifestyles or the need to avoid excessive sun exposure to protect skin health, and vitamin D levels can plummet. The good news is that boosting your vitamin D intake doesn't have to be complicated. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are excellent sources. Fortified milk, plant-based milk, and egg yolks also provide a helpful dose. And for those who want to supercharge their daily routine, a tablespoon of cod liver oil might be the simplest solution. This single habit can deliver an impressive amount of vitamin D straight to your system. What happens when you start getting enough vitamin D? You might notice that your legs don't feel as wobbly at the end of the day. Some people even report a newfound sense of energy in their steps, as if they've turned the clock back. Those nighttime muscle cramps that used to jerk you awake might diminish or disappear altogether. And if you're someone who's had close calls with tripping or losing your balance, it's worth seeing if vitamin D is your missing puzzle piece. But stay with me, because while vitamin D supports bone density and muscle function, it doesn't work alone. There's another nutrient that ensures your muscles fire fire correctly, especially when it comes to the nerve signals that keep you stable. Skip that nutrient. And even strong bones can feel weak. Let's take a look at it. Have you ever felt a peculiar tingling in your legs or an inexplicable feeling of heaviness that seems to hit you for no clear reason? That might be your body hinting at a vitamin B12 deficiency. While vitamin D focuses on bone health and muscle function, B12 zeroes in on the nervous system and red blood cell production. And if your nerves aren't communicating smoothly with your muscles, you're in for all kinds of unwelcome surprises, from unsteady steps to strange pins and needles sensations. Vitamin B12 helps produce red blood cells, which carry oxygen throughout your body. When those cells are in short supply or aren't functioning well, your muscles will struggle to get the oxygen they need, leading to fatigue and reduced endurance. This fatigue can show up as a sense that your legs just don't want to move, especially if you've been on your feet for a while. Even a short trip to the grocery store can feel like a marathon, but B12's role doesn't end with oxygen transport. It's also essential for the maintenance of myelin, the protective sheath around your nerves. Without enough B12, nerve signals can become sluggish or erratic, making it harder for your brain to coordinate muscle movement efficiently. That's when you notice tingling, numbness, or that mysterious combination of stiffness and weakness that can make walking or balancing quite a challenge. As if that weren't enough, older adults are more prone to B12 deficiencies. Part of the reason is that stomach acid production tends to decrease with age, and stomach acid is crucial for absorbing B12 from your food. Certain medications, such as those for acid reflux, can amplify this problem by further reducing stomach acidity. The result, even if you're eating plenty of foods rich in B12, like beef, poultry, dairy, or fish, you might not be absorbing enough. That's why some people turn to supplements or specific fortified foods. Nutritional yeast, in particular, is a favorite for adding a savory, cheese-like flavor to meals while also delivering a hefty dose of B12. A sprinkle here and there can add up, and you could see improvements in your overall energy and leg strength more quickly than you'd think. People often describe a sense of newfound steadiness in their steps once they correct a B12 deficiency. It's as if the communication wires between their brain and their legs suddenly get repaired, letting them walk without worrying about that unpredictable feeling of giving out. Still, maintaining good nerve health is only one part of keeping your legs in top shape. Even if your nerves and muscles are firing on all cylinders, your joints can become a bottleneck if they're stiff or prone to inflammation. That's where the next vitamin comes in. It helps keep everything flexible and less prone to irritation, so your legs can move without unnecessary discomfort. Picture your leg bones, muscles, and connective tissues as parts of a well-orchestrated symphony. Each element needs to play its role at the right time for everything to sound and feel harmonious. When something goes off key, such as your knees aching after a short walk or your ankles feeling stiff when you first get out of bed, there's often an issue with the connective tissues that hold everything together. Vitamin C is the unsung hero in this scenario, helping to produce the collagen that keeps your tendons, ligaments, and cartilage strong. Without sufficient collagen, those supportive structures can become thin or weak, making you more susceptible to joint pain, stiffness, and even minor injuries that suddenly become a big deal. It's one reason older adults notice a gradual decrease in the ease with which they move. Bending down to tie your shoes might start to feel like a chore, not because your muscles can't handle it, but because your joints and connective tissues are complaining. Vitamin C is also a potent antioxidant, which means it fights off excess free radicals that can contribute to inflammation. Chronic inflammation in the joints can accelerate the breakdown of cartilage, leading to discomfort and loss of mobility. If you've ever rubbed your knee after a short stroll, wishing it didn't ache quite so much, it might be worth checking whether you're getting enough vitamin C. It's not just about immune health and warding off colds. The synergy between vitamin C, collagen production, and reduced inflammation is a game changer for anyone who wants to keep their legs feeling youthful. Foods like oranges, bell peppers, broccoli, and kiwi are loaded with vitamin C. But if you're looking for something more concentrated, a tablespoon of acerola cherry powder can deliver a powerful punch of this vitamin. It's convenient, easy to mix into drinks, and can give you a significant boost in daily intake. What's the result of bumping up your vitamin C? Many people describe less post-exercise soreness and quicker recovery when they're walking or standing for extended periods. Joints don't feel as tender, and stiffness often diminishes. If you combine vitamin C with the right forms of exercise, like light stretches or short, low-impact walks, you could find your mobility improving more than you'd expect. There's still more to the puzzle, though. While vitamin C helps build collagen and minimize inflammation, another nutrient makes sure that all the calcium you consume ends up where it belongs. And if that calcium goes astray, you could be in for a host of issues that directly affect your leg strength and bone stability. Let's tackle that next. Most people have heard that calcium is important for strong bones. What they might not realize is that calcium can sometimes wind up in the wrong places if it isn't chaperoned correctly. That's where vitamin K2 steps in, acting like a traffic controller that directs calcium to your bones and teeth where you want it and keeps it away from soft tissues like your arteries and joint spaces where it can cause stiffness and other problems. When calcium accumulates in arteries, it contributes to plaque buildup and poor circulation. When it collects in joints, it can amplify stiffness and discomfort. Neither scenario is good for leg strength or general mobility. Vitamin K2 takes that extra calcium and helps deposit it in your skeletal structure, supporting better bone density and reducing the risk of fractures. This is especially critical for older adults who are already at a higher risk of osteoporosis and bone fragility. You might be asking, why haven't I heard more about K2? One reason is that it's often overshadowed by more commonly discussed nutrients like calcium and vitamin D. Another reason is that many people can get small amounts through a varied diet, but not enough to compensate for the decreased efficiency and nutrient absorption that comes with age. If you rely on calcium supplements alone, you're missing the crucial partner that ensures those supplements do their job effectively. Fermented foods like natto or certain cheeses are known for their high K2 content, but they're not always appealing or easy to find. An alternative that many people find more practical is grass-fed butter or ghee. Even a small daily amount can supply a decent dose of vitamin K2. The best part is that you can incorporate it into your meals in various ways, spreading on whole grain bread or adding a spoonful when cooking vegetables. Each time you use it, you're giving your bones a little more support. Once people start paying attention to their K2 intake, they often notice improvements in posture and leg stability. Some say they feel less tension in their knees or ankles because the body can better handle the calcium that was previously floating around aimlessly. While the changes might be gradual, over time, you could find yourself walking or standing with more confidence. Now, even if your bones are receiving calcium in the right way, your muscles themselves need a specific mineral to function at their peak. Without it, cramps, fatigue, and restless legs can undermine all your best intentions. So let's move on to the mineral that helps keep those muscles relaxed, yet ready for action. Imagine your leg muscles as tiny power plants. They need fuel and maintenance to run smoothly. Magnesium is one of the most essential building blocks of that process. It assists in countless biochemical reactions, including the ones that help your muscles contract and release. Without enough magnesium, your legs might feel perpetually on the brink of a cramp, or you might experience sudden Charlie horses that catch you off guard and leave you wincing. But magnesium isn't just about preventing cramps. It's deeply involved in energy production at the cellular level. If your body lacks magnesium, you could find yourself getting tired sooner during walks, climbing stairs, or even completing simple tasks around the house. Some individuals notice that they need to sit down more frequently, or that their legs seem to protest any extended standing. Over time, that feeling of weakness can chip away at your confidence. Adding to the problem, diets low in whole grains, leafy greens, and nuts contribute to magnesium shortfalls. And like many nutrients, magnesium absorption can diminish with age. The result is an unfortunate cycle: less magnesium intake, less efficient absorption, and more frequent muscle issues. If you've ever experienced restless legs, especially at night, or if you've lain in bed feeling like your legs just can't get comfortable, magnesium deficiency might be part of the story. One practical way to get a substantial daily dose is by incorporating pumpkin seeds into your meals. A tablespoon or two sprinkled on salads, yogurt, or oatmeal is an easy habit that can make a noticeable difference. Within a few weeks, many people experience fewer cramps, better sleep, and an overall sense that their legs are cooperating more. They also often find renewed stamina for activities like gardening or gentle exercise classes. Staying consistent with magnesium intake is key. If you have a few days of high stress or poor diet, your body might deplete magnesium stores quickly. So think of it as a long-term investment in leg health, ensuring you have the mineral cushion you need to keep those muscles relaxed and responsive. Still, even with muscles that no longer cramp so easily, there's another piece to consider. Blood flow is crucial for delivering oxygen and nutrients to your legs, and poor circulation can undermine every effort you've made so far. Let's talk about the vitamin that acts like a natural facilitator for healthy circulation. Have you ever noticed that your legs sometimes feel cold or tingly, even if the rest of you is warm and comfortable? Or maybe after sitting for a while, your feet swell slightly and your calves feel tight. These could be telltale signs of circulation issues. Vitamin E is often overlooked, but it plays a significant role in improving blood flow. It helps keep blood vessels flexible and can have a mild blood thinning effect, which makes it easier for oxygen and nutrients to travel to your muscles and bones. Why does this matter for leg strength? Because without good circulation, even if you're diligent about getting vitamin D, B12, and all the rest, the delivery system to your legs might be compromised. Think of your arteries and veins as highways for your nutrients. When those highways are clogged or constricted, you're essentially starving your legs of the building blocks they need to remain strong. That can lead to quicker fatigue, slower recovery after activity, and an increased risk of aches or cramps. Vitamin E also has antioxidant properties that help protect cells from damage. This factor is important for older adults, as oxidative stress can accelerate the breakdown of tissues in the legs. By neutralizing harmful free radicals, vitamin E helps create a healthier internal environment. Over time, you may notice that your legs don't fatigue as quickly during activities like gardening or strolling around the neighborhood. You might also see reduced puffiness or swelling, particularly if you often find yourself sitting for extended periods. If you're looking for a direct source of vitamin E, wheat germ oil is a good option. A tablespoon a day can supply a significant portion of your recommended intake. Alternatively, you can find vitamin E in foods like almonds, sunflower seeds, and avocados. The key is consistency. A single day of good habits can help, but long-term daily intake is what truly makes a difference. By now, you've learned about 6 powerful vitamins and minerals: vitamin D, vitamin B12, vitamin C, vitamin K2, magnesium, and vitamin E, each playing a unique role in fortifying your legs against the common pitfalls of aging. But knowing about them is only half the battle. The next step is weaving these nutrients into your daily routine in a practical, lasting way. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to see how they all fit together and why even small steps can yield profound results. Strong legs don't just happen by accident. They're the product of paying attention to multiple facets of health: bone density, nerve function, muscle flexibility, circulation, and more. If any one of these areas falls short, it can become a weak link in the chain. That's why the 6 nutrients we've covered form a solid foundation for leg health. Vitamin D ensures bones stay dense and muscles retain their functionality. Vitamin B12 maintains healthy nerves and supports oxygen delivery to your muscles. Vitamin C promotes collagen production, reducing joint pain and improving tissue resilience. Vitamin K2 directs calcium to your bones instead of letting it accumulate in harmful spots. Magnesium prevents cramps, encourages relaxation, and supports overall energy. Vitamin E boosts circulation, ensuring nutrients reach your legs where they're needed most. You might be thinking, that's a lot to remember, but the beauty lies in simplicity. A tablespoon of cod liver oil covers vitamin D. A quick sprinkle of nutritional yeast gives you vitamin B12. A bit of acerola cherry powder boosts vitamin C. Grass-fed butter or ghee helps with vitamin K2. A handful of pumpkin seeds delivers magnesium, and wheat germ oil brings vitamin E into the mix. These daily habits though small, can provide huge benefits over time. Picture where you'd like your mobility to be in a year or even 5 years from now. Maybe it's the ability to walk through the park without stopping to rest, or having the stamina to stand in the kitchen while preparing a big meal for your loved ones. Small, consistent actions often lead to the most meaningful changes in the long run. Even if you can't incorporate every single recommendation all at once, starting with 1 or 2 could set the wheels in motion. Many older adults who've made these nutrients a priority mention they feel more energetic, more stable on their feet, and less prone to the aches and cramps they once considered just part of getting old. When your legs aren't dragging you down, everything from shopping trips to family gatherings feels more enjoyable. You may also notice unexpected benefits like better quality sleep, improved mood, and a general sense of vitality. So, how will you take this knowledge and make it work for you? Perhaps you'll try cod liver oil in the morning. Maybe you'll swap your usual cooking oil for a spoonful of grass-fed ghee. Or you might decide to place a small jar of pumpkin seeds and nutritional yeast on your kitchen counter, so you'll remember to toss them into your lunch or dinner. The choices are in your hands, and every small decision to add these vitamins and minerals to your routine stacks up. If you've made it this far, it shows you're dedicated to safeguarding your mobility and independence. Strong legs mean more than physical stability. They're tied to your confidence and overall sense of well-being. Taking a little extra time each day to nourish your body can pay off in major ways, like reduced risk of falls, fewer aches, and a greater capacity to enjoy life's simple joys. Thank you for sharing this moment and investing in yourself. If you found any of these insights helpful, consider leaving a comment on how you plan to implement them in your life. Your experiences could inspire someone else who's struggling or feels like they've run out of options. And if you feel that more people should know about these 6 nutrients, share this video with someone who could benefit. Above all, remember that while aging is inevitable, the manner in which you age can be influenced by the daily choices you make right now. You have more control than you might think. Keep learning, stay proactive, and give your legs every advantage possible. Here's to many more years of confident, strong steps. May each footstep carry you toward a life filled with freedom, dignity, and vitality.